And so some of the lights that I have, you'll see maybe there's a little brighter area here. Maybe there's some of these wrinkles that on one side again is getting a little bit of that light. And ooh, this would be fun. You can just go on and on and on, as long as it doesn't become a confusing network of lines, this dominating thing where you think you get lost, wondering where you're drawing. People get lost, trying to figure out what's what. There's so many lines and so many of this and so many of that that you've got to be really careful not to overdo it. So some things might even be left out. And so when I'm doing things like this and I'm exploring with what's going to be a great addition to my drawing, whether it's going to bring balance and actually maybe more mood without being a distraction, it's going to be a complement, then I'm also going to be taking things off. I don't want to go ahead and be stuck with just things that I think need to be pumped up in value. I also want to, again, depend on my kneaded eraser and make sure that I am taking things off as much as anything, because after a while you have all this tone in here, and if I'm coming through and I'm kind of detailing some of these, putting that character in here, I see that modeled area. I don't want to just keep adding and adding and adding value, so I may do a little bit of this, making sure I don't want to get too bright, because again I can misstate some of those highlights, make them again too bright. But the farther I go, I get a little more value and a little more value here and there. It's almost like brushing it. I don't want to brush this per se, but you could, because it's got enough texture that you'll maintain it, and then you'll have something that you can take out. But try to do everything you can with the pencil. The eraser is great, except that you want to make sure that you're not, the brush is great, but you want to make sure that you're not having that brush just blend everything together, even subtly. But again, we have texture, so it's one of those places you could do that. I would be very, very careful not to overdo it, because I want this texture in my drawing. Get a couple little reflective little surfaces here. I can also modify those and continue making adjustments on that. But what side of the line would it be highlighted on? It's going to be one of the biggest things for you to realize, because each one of these facets has contour and dimension to it. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this video, this excerpt. And if you did, please take the opportunity to subscribe. Then that way you'll know when there's new ones, and I always hope that they're going to be useful for you and give you some good information. And if you want to share it with your friends, I'd appreciate that too. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.